served with courage, discipline, and sacrifice, defending the unity and peace of our nation. Today, many of them have continued to serve in another capacity through the Nigerian Legion, an organization dedicated to the welfare of ex-servicemen and their families. As the Nigerian Legion charts a new course under the leadership of its national chairman, Ms. Grace Morenike Henry, the focus is on strengthening support system for veterans, promoting patriotism and contributing to national development. Hello, welcome to Issues, reaching you from the Unity Station, NTA Channel 5, Abuja. I am Abdullah Hajia. This week we will take a closer look at how the Legion is evolving to meet modern challenges and how it plans to build a stronger institution for the benefit of both veterans and the nation. Join us again. Welcome back. The Nigerian Legion is one organization that has continued to stand tall in service to our nation, even after active duty. Joining us now is a woman whose leadership is shaping a new vision for the Nigerian Legion. She is the first female chairman, National Council of the Nigerian Legion. Madam, thank you for joining us on Issues tonight.
Thank you very much.
Well, we'll say congratulations assuming office, and so how does it feel coming to take over this organization? What's the vision like?
Let me first of all thank our father, that is CEC, and the Minister of Defense. I thank them for appointing me, bringing me to this tough seat. It's not tough, but with the help of God, I know I'm going somewhere.
Okay, now that you're settled for business now, what is the vision and mission that you're trying to drive, with this organization?
Like I said, that I thank the president, that's our daddy, for appointing me to be the first female chairman of the Nigerian Legion. Really, every pensioner has been receiving their pension, and a lot of small things that will be lacking behind, which I feel as a father is looking into it, especially the palliative that the veterans are complaining about, that I believe definitely before the end of this year, the palliative will be given to them.
Now, if we take it further now, how can you describe the relevance of the Nigerian Legion in the Nigeria of today? More so looking at the reforms the president is trying to bring to all spheres of our life as a country.
The veteran has a lot to do in security. You cannot just look at them and pass, because they learn a lot before they retired and they still have the knowledge in them. So they are still useful to the community and the country as a whole.
Now, if we begin to look at probably some of the specifics now, what are some of the plans you have on ground and probably things you would want to do in the immediate, in the long term that you want to achieve?
First problem that the veteran has is health challenge. When you serve for a long time, and after serving, it becomes very difficult to adapt with the society because of the community you belong to. Most of them are barracks. We don't know what it means to pay house rent. We don't know what it means to pay light bills. Coming out to now be paying house rent and light bills, it looks very difficult. It's one of the challenges that we're looking into now, to build a veterans village that is affordable to the veterans. It's among the plan of the Mr. President, which is thinking of, in order to help the veterans.
Okay, now we know you have membership across the country. So how have you been able to probably harmonize, strengthening the leadership now beyond just, the headquarters here across the state? So what are we putting in place to be able to harmonize, the impact of what you're doing?
Actually, we've been communicating with them, myself and my team that we're working together. We normally have the chairman of the state that coordinates the state's regions. And as of now, we are thinking about, they have a time session which they serve and retire, which we are trying to look into it and bring people that can even work according to the Mr. President's pace, for them to be recognized in the security, to move them among the security line, for them to work together with the security people, whether retired or not retired, that the ego is still there, that they can still perform even after retirement.
One important thing we cannot take away from the Legionnaires is their wealth of experience. So how can we also, in line with what you just said now, be able to tap from the experience, they have had while in service and to our present situation of security? No doubt what they have can also, be brought so that we move forward our security.
Sometimes, whether retired or not retired, every community that you are living in, once you are there, your presence alone as a veteran, people will be afraid because they don't know what you came here with. They don't know what to have. In that case, in security, the area are protected already.
Okay, now let's also look at the Barra community. Probably is most of where your constituents are now. So what plans do we have to also impact this Barra community? We have, the families of ex-servicemen, those that are living and those that are, not living. So what programs do we have now to be able to reach out to them, to change the narrative?
Like the First Lady campaign that she do about campaigning, empowerment, skill acquisition, and to make sure that even though you are retired, with all the support she's trying to give through the Nigerian Legion, it will take off very soon that all the veterans and their family will be taken along.
We also learned, when we talk about the families of the ex-servicemen, we also talk about their children. So are you also planning to probably provide support in terms of the education of some of these children, so probably parents are not still alive?
Like the education support now that the federal government is doing, so we are trying to register the children of ex-servicemen in order to support them from their secondary school to university, in order to make sure that they are well educated. And in terms of medical, we are trying to join hands with some NGOs and some organizations to help us in their health wise.
Yes, talking about health, you would agree with me that in time past we've seen, some of these ex-servicemen have serious challenges, attending to their health. So how can this be more prioritized now in terms of trying to bring the health closer to these men and women that have served this country diligently?
Like what I said, like what a part of our plan, we are trying to build them in this government, try to build veteran hospital right the whole country, even the local governments. Now that's why we are this chairman, like I told you, that we're having chairman in all the states. It's part of our agenda to make sure that all the states, we are the president now in his plan to speak with all the governors to make sure that veterans hospital land is available for the veterans to build their own hospital for whoever that want to help them in one way or the other can come into the hospital and help them.
Okay, well, I think we must say that you're doing very well, and moving forward, we'll look forward to seeing how some of these your programs begin to impact on the lives of or your members across the country. But let us also look at the issue of the welfare. Now, particularly, I know initially in your opening statement you talked about some of their benefits. So what have you been able to do that today we don't hear of complaint of delay in their payments, and that we've seen prompt payment today?
It's in my first agenda when I came into the office, okay, because I'm also a veteran. Whatever that affects any veteran affects me. And we've been saying, because we've been talking to Minister of Finance, this, you cannot plan it alone. It's a joint work together. Okay. And he has said he will try his best. Before the end of the year, whatever the veteran is owing, they will make sure that he gets. And wish with partnership with the Nigerian Pension Board, Military Pension Board. For now, the pensions are coming at well they were.
Okay. Now, I know you're under the Ministry of Defense.
Yes.
So, how far so far in terms of the support the ministry is giving you? Because you have a good plan, blueprints. Achieving them will also require the support of your mother ministry.
I will first of all give thanks to the ministers. They are wonderful ministers. They've always been there, and they've been calling me if I have any challenges. And even when the widows were trying to be funny, the minister came into our rescue. He called me, we had a meeting together with him, which we are trying to make sure that we've settled the widows now, and we are trying to bring them on board. And most of them, as I talk to you now, they are happy because most of their issues have been solved. And even the CDS have been a wonderful person, and I had a meeting with him, the widow, because of the widows and the whatever that has been happening. They've been a good supporter to me since I came on board.
All right. Of importance that we mentioned here is the issue of entrepreneurship. I think is very important because if we empower people, we're making them to be self-reliant. What is your leadership vision doing in trying to empower more widows? Doing that will no doubt reduce the burden of probably what you give out to them at the end of the day.
Mrs. Musa Ogogo, that is the President Dipoa. She has always been doing it before I came on board, and I'm going to back her up and make sure that it continues.
So in specific terms, what are some of those training now you think you're going to be supporting that the wife of the CDS is doing? Is it fashion designing, catering? What are some of those programs?
Fashion designer, catering, salon, and sometimes they train them in school because some of them cannot even read and write, which we're trying to have something like adult literacy education for them, so that they can fit into the society.
You're watching issues on the Unity station. Time now to go on a short break. My guest is still here, and we have more questions to answer on the program. Do stay with us. Welcome back. Thank you for rejoining us, and thank you for staying tuned to the program. It is still issues reaching you from the Unity Station NT 105 Abuja. My guest is still here, and we have more questions to answer on the program. Don't forget, we're discussing the Nigerian Legion and milestone achieved so far under the new leadership of Miss Grace Morenike Henry. You're welcome back to the program.
Thank you very much.
Okay, we've discussed a number of issues in terms of your leadership vision and what you're bringing on board with a different style. Today, we no longer hear of stories of ex-servicemen or veterans not being paid. What would you say is the magic wine behind what you've been able to do that today they are paid as at when due?
Thank you very much. I will say thank you to the pension board chairman, AVM Adamu. He has been a wonderful man since he resumed office. So he has been a supporter of Nigerian religion. He listens. Anytime we send a complaint to him, he adjusts and look into the complaint.
Okay, now let's also look at how you think your members, or the legionnaires as we call them, can, help cement civil-military relationship in, the communities where they live. Like you said, they are across the states of the Federation. How can we tap at a time when we're talking about, unity, peace, and security of our nation?
The veterans have a lot to give to the nation. You don't just look down on them, because wherever they are, once they say Baba Soldier, Mama Soldier, people are always afraid, because they mean a lot to the communities. And I believe if the securities can really partner with them, they can do a lot.
Partnership is key to the success of whatever you do here. And we know that they say two good heads are better than one. So what partnership are you exploring beyond just the Ministry of Defense, the pension board? We have private organizations, we have non-governmental organizations. So are you also looking at strengthening partnership with them?
Under the Nigerian Legion, we have a commission called Nigerian Corps of Commissioners, which we are with the Minister of State of Defense discussing with the AGF in order to take the Corps of Commissioners and the veteran along the military, the security of the country. Is on the line now, which we are going to start the recruitment from November from all the states nationwide.
For some of us who are very good observers of what happens in our society, so there are times we see, vehicles carrying the logo of Nigerian Legion. Is the Nigerian Legion into business?
We're into business. We partner with a lot of private sector, and it's happened that it's unfortunate that a lot of Nigerians don't even know how to help the legionnaires. Okay. The legionnaires are not for the federal government alone, because these are the people. They were outside there when you are sleeping. After the service, I wish that the private companies, they can come as well to partner with Nigerian Legion, to help them and move them forward and make them to feel alive again. Because you know what it means? Once served and later you abandoned, and they've trained you with a lot of money. I think Nigerians should come together and think very well and rehabilitate these veterans again into the society in order to help them. Okay,
what you're invariably saying that I think key partnership in terms of business and trading is very important.
Both business and trading. Like now, when we're in the service, we have a lot of departments, a lot of core. We have drivers departments, we have medical departments, we have a lot of departments measuring all. That private sector can still come in and said, okay, I'm looking like what they do overseas. Once you have served, the society recognize with you because they believe that training is there. Once they employ you to work with them, you will do the work properly the way they want, because the discipline is there, the training is there. But in our society here, once you are retired, you are neglected. Nobody even look at you again, nobody even cares again, and it's wrong.
Okay, well, if we might help you, I think we need to have that reorientation, towards our ex-servicemen, our veterans who, like you said, have done so much for our country. Now, can we also look at probably the issue of what do you think are some of the challenges? Because Yes, you have the support of the president, the Ministry of Defense, the pension board, but we know in achieving all that you have itemized to achieve for the Nigerian Legion, there are one or two stumbling blocks. What are some of these challenges that you think probably help can come from somewhere?
I'm begging the society, the billionaires, the millionaires, the company owners, that they should please come and partner with Nigerian Legions and let the veteran move forward. We are not to depend on the federal government alone. We are still workable. We can still work. I'm using this medium to plead with the society to come and partner with Nigerian Legion.
Do you also provide private security services now?
That is a Corps of Commissioners that I talked to you about. We have Corps of Commissioners, Nigerian Corps of Commissioners, which we train the younger ones from 18 to 35. That I said we're going to start the recruitment by November.
Okay.
We even have drivers, we have caterers, and we have security.
Okay, well, the Nigerian Legion has so much to contribute to the Nigerian society, and the chairman here is leaving no stone unturned in trying to ensure that everything goes well for the organization, in trying to solve some of the challenges she met on ground, and so far so good. The story is changing for the better. Now, if we begin to ask you also, beyond just the public or the society coming to partner with you, what would you say Nigerians need to do to support you? Now, beyond just partnering, in terms of business, what should we be doing?
Now, any moment from now, our armed forces emblem will be launched. I'm appealing to Nigeria. They should please patronize. They should please buy from them. They should not ignore the emblem and say, what is it? What are you carrying? Some of them will even be fighting them on the roads. You see what is happening in Northeast. For somebody to leave his home for years in the bush and coming back, what belongs to that person? You don't even want to associate with it. It's a very bad omen.
After some time, we'll look at what you would have been able to do for the Nigerian Legion. But if we ask you, what would you want to be remembered for?
As the first woman, the first lady to head this organization, I will want my tenure to be remembered for empowerment, for good relationship with the veterans, for taking all the veterans and their families along during my tenure. My door is open to everybody. I'm easily accessed. Don't look at the way I look. You can come. And I have capable hands that are working with me. If you cannot even get access to me, my people are there to solve your problem, as far as you are a veteran.
So the challenges are surmountable, and with the lens you're looking at it, Nigerians should have every assurances, veterans should have every assurances, ex-servicemen should have every assurances that you are here to work for them.
Yes.
Well, I think the conversation has been so interesting, having the chairman, the first female chairman of the Nigerian Legion, Ms. Grace Morenike Henry, talking to us on issues. We have so much, to take away from this conversation, and it's an eye-opener for us. Like she said, let's continue to support the Nigerian Legion in our own different ways and corners for Nigeria to benefit better from these men that gave their energy, their all, serving this great nation, Nigeria. Well, this is the size of our program issues for this week, until we come your way in our next episode with another different topic. I am Abdullah Hajia. Good evening.